Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. It's Meg. I am live. I am here. I'm getting myself just about set up here. So we're gonna read some cards and have some fun. I have the opportunity to come on with you guys and just hang out a little bit. I don't know if you have seen, probably haven't seen the description of this video yet. But there's been some heavy news going on around the LGBTQ plus community, and I have been really feeling down about what's been going on with that. And I thought maybe we could provide a safe space for each other to process and go through whatever emotions we are feeling during this time. So this is going to be maybe not necessarily a therapy session. If you don't want to call it that, totally fine. But this is going to be a period of time where we can just sit and be present. If you want a message from the cards, please feel free to stick around. I don't always mention this in my videos, but I interpret the cards as I see them. But if you know the tarot, if you have a different interpretation of the oracle readings that I do, please feel free to share. Keep them private as you see fit. But my readings are always for you guys. They're typically very general, but especially if your heart is feeling heavy, if there's anything that you need to process, I hope this session will be helpful and resonant for you in that way. Okay, that's my intention. As such, okay, I said this in the last stream, but as such, because my intention is to keep this a safe place, I will be moderating the chat very closely, because my intention is to make this live a safe processing area. So if you do feel compelled to leave a comment, please understand that I will see it and I will keep it up or process it as I see fit. Especially if it is questionable to, if it's a questionable comment, I'll be seeing it. Okay, I do see the chat. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Questions, comments, concerns are always welcomed, either in the chat or in the comments. I do save these for playback if you guys want to watch it back again. And that's probably where you'll see the description. On top of that, I have linked my social media, and I have listed the decks I'm going to use for this reading as well. And back to the chat, my tip jar and my commissions page is linked in the pinned comment, which is right there. Okay, so again, let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Whatever you feel safe in having me address with you, I'm happy to help. Okay. Another really quick disclaimer here before we get into it. One of the decks that I'm going to be using is the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and this does have depictions of exposed bone, other potentially problematic body parts. So on that regard, I want to make sure that you guys are okay viewing it. Please use your discretion if you think that this is going to be distressing to look at. Okay, I don't want to harm you, is why I'm saying it. So, yeah. So, if you guys want to get a message from the cards, come on in, my friends. This space is for us. If it's for us to process and to be present with ourselves, okay? So get some water, get a comforting beverage, and let's get started, okay? Cheers. Let's go. That's leaking. No, thank you. Okay. Apparently that's on tighter than I thought. Okay. So let's start with our oracle reading. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some basic energy, and then I will look at the hidden energy and clarifying energy of everything. If you haven't seen a video of mine, this is how I typically do my general readings. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we're going to start with our oracle. Okay, so what do we have here? Ooh, okay. So we have the rabbit, which is suggesting we activate fertility. Let's see what the rest of the cards suggest here. Okay, we have the lizard, which says work with dream time. Okay. And we have the beetle, which suggests thinking optimistically. Okay. Huh. Well, okay. I think this is confirming a little bit here that we have a chance to start manifesting or start working on manifesting our wildest dreams. We have the opportunity to really get in deep with our desires and what we want to manifest in our space. Okay. And I was thinking with this activation and fertility here, that's what I was kind of getting right off the bat, although I wanted confirmation or denial from the other cards here. Okay. Because we have the lizard as well as the rabbit. So I think there's a very creative time upcoming in your life, and something tells me you've been kind of holding on to some negativity or some things that are giving you pause or fear, because you have this thinking optimistically card here. So something feels, something has felt really heavy, and like I alluded to a little bit in the beginning, there's been a lot of very sad things that have been going around in that community, and I that's why I wanted to bring this to you tonight. So anyway, back to the cards. There's a period of creativity that's starting, and now's a good time to really dig deep into your dreams and figure out how to bring them into your physical reality. Okay, and so let's start there. Okay, we're gonna move into another deck. Okay, we have the new moon in Virgo, which represents a time to give rather than take. Okay, so the new moon in Virgo. Okay, we have the disseminating moon, which says take time to breathe out. Okay. 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 And we also have the gibbous moon, which says you're very close to achieving your goal. Guys, okay, so if you're not starting a new phase of creative expression right now, you definitely have been in the thick of it. Okay, you've been in the trenches and you've been working. Okay, you've been working your butts off. Okay, some of you are business owners, some of you work a traditional 9 to 5. whatever the case is, okay, you have had such a hustle going down, and now it's time to enjoy the spoils of your labor because you've been busting it. You've been working. Okay, this is why we're seeing the disseminating moon. This is why we're seeing this new moon in Virgo. Okay, you've been giving so much. Okay, and maybe it's time to give back to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of love. Give yourself a little bit of care. Okay, because you are close. Okay, that doesn't mean stop just a few minutes short, right? That's not what it means at all. I don't believe that's what it means at all. But you can take time to enjoy the spoils of your labor and not feel like you are behind or deficient in some way for giving yourself a chance to have a break and to celebrate your progress. Okay. So there is that. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. I'm going to move this off to the side. This is the Crystal and Stone deck by Andrew Smart, and as you can see, it's a bit larger than my hands can use. So let me see what I can do down here. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. So to start, we have the Garnet, which says get into your depth. Yep. Okay. So that's Garnet. Okay. Well, I think we have Sodalite, which represents deepening your intuition. All right. So that is Sodalite. And we have Citrine, which is about manifesting your masterpiece. Yeah, guys, yeah, it's okay to take a pause. It's okay to have a break. Like I said, you're not deficient or lacking in any way for giving yourself the chance to rest. Okay. I think a little bit of your plans may have gone by the wayside because you've been hustling so hard. Okay, you kind of lost sight of the original plan that you had for this thing that you're trying to build in your reality, and because you put so much effort into it already that it's like, okay, something should have happened, and maybe it did. All right. But this Garnet here, okay, this Garnet and this Sodalite are saying, hey, you got to pause. Just pause. It's okay to pause because you have this little voice inside of you. Yeah, I'm pointing at my head, but really it should be here. You have this voice inside of you that's saying, hey, buddy, hi, slow down and listen because I got something to say here. Okay, now's your time to be like, yeah, I hear you. Now I'm going to pause, I'm going to get calm, and I'm going to let you speak because this intuition, that's your energy to keep going, okay? It's your energy to keep going. That's your energy to breathe out, okay? That's your reason to breathe out. That's your call to, that's your call to let yourself reactivate your creativity, okay? Because it is such a good time to get back in touch with that, okay? All right, let's see. Let's see here. What else do we need to know? Okay. All right. Okay. So we have Geneva, which represents knowing, ambition, and confidence. Okay. Geneva. All right. All right. We have Enid, which represents fear, weariness, and trust. Okay. All right, so there's Enid. All righty. And there is Regina, which represents leadership, provocation, and power. Okay. So this is interesting. I think one thing that you are being told quite explicitly here is that when you give yourself a chance to really kind of pause and game plan a little bit, you're going to start to see where you've been a little bit worried about what you're trying to do. Okay, and I say a little bit worried, I mean that you've been a lot worried right now. You've experienced a lot of anxiety and stress about your capability to really do what you want to do. Okay, you've been questioning your ability to lead and take control over this part of your journey. Okay, because maybe you've had experiences in the past where you've been really trying to do it and you've kind of efforted a lot of the things that you tried for. It something in your past experiences have suggested that you can't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're not worthy. All of these things and these anxieties, the stresses, these intrusive thoughts have been such that it's really taken a hit on your confidence. It's really taken a hit on how you pursue your ambitions. Okay, I think for some of you, I can't necessarily guarantee that we will get these cards. But immediately I'm thinking the Seven of Pentacles, which is the way I describe it, that is a prime example of, that's the prime example of pausing and taking a step back to game plan things. But I'm also getting the King and Queen of Wands. And so the wands are of the fire element. And because this is about what inspires you, what sparks your passion, what gives you that jolt of energy that you could potentially need in order to make your dreams come true, make your projects manifest in reality. Basically all that to say that those are the tarot cards that I'm getting the feel of right now. Again, can't guarantee that they will or won't come out. We'll have to wait and see, but I am excited to find out here. In either case, there has been a lot of fear and doubt and worry because you've been conditioned to feel a certain way about what you're trying to do. Okay. There's a lot of conflict. I think there's a lot of conflict internally that you're being asked to set aside. Okay. And we're going back to this beetle card here from the very first oracle. You're being asked to think optimistically, and it is totally fair if you're saying to yourself, but Meg, I'm scared. I'm nervous. How am I supposed to think positively about this situation when I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I have been told that it's not going to work. I have had experiences that have conditioned me to feel bad for trying this. All fair. All fair. Okay. Something about this, though, is compelling me to say, hey, okay, you're right to feel how you feel. It's perfectly valid. Okay. But give yourself a chance, and maybe you might prove yourself wrong. Okay. So let's let me get some tarot cards here, and we'll see what's going down with the rest of this energy, and we're going to continue our process here. Because after I get through my tarot, we're going to read hidden and clarifying energy, and then hopefully we'll get a complete picture of the energy that's going on right now. Okay. Oh, you know what? 7 of Pentacles. I'm going to keep this card out as a significator, okay? Because, you know, I had a bunch of cards fall out, and the majority of them are wands. There are a few too many cards there. I'm going to put them back, and we're going to keep shuffling. But we did get the 7 of Pentacles popping out, so I do want to frame the rest of this reading in the context of the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so let me get the cards, and we'll see what we can do with it. Okay. All right. Okay. So, first card we have is the 7 of Wands. You know what? There's a conflict card straight up with the conflict. Okay. I'm sorry to see it. We'll explain it, what this is. Holy shit, guys. 5 of Swords. So, yeah, there's both internal and external conflict coming out in this, which is sad to say. But we also have the Page of Swords here. Okay. So, again, within the 7 of Pentacles, we are, again, going to keep this out as the significator. So this is stepping back and game planning. Okay. With respect to how you are going to handle this sense of conflict going on around you and within you. Okay. I think there have been people in your support group who have done you dirty, who've done you real nasty. Okay. They haven't been as supportive as you thought they were, as they may have led you to believe. Okay. You're having to now defend your right to pursue whatever it is you've been pursuing. Okay. And that has been so utterly painful. Okay. Because you've gotten to the point where you're starting to question why you wanted to do all of this manifesting work to begin with. Okay. And I think the pain of this 7 of Wands energy is kind of clouding you to your original purpose, which is sad. I don't like seeing that. I think your confidence has really, truly been shaken between dealing with this and with the 5 of Swords. That 7 of Swords? No, yeah, 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands here. Ouch. Love, I'm sorry. I know this is hard. Okay? And the thing is, you're dealing with it as best as you can. Okay? Because you do have this Page of Swords card here. So, it is, you put in the work, okay, and now you're kind of having to pivot that a little bit and say, okay, I got some shit to deal with. I've got some bad feelings to deal with that may have been triggered by these conflicts and by this internal and external conflict. And the journey that you've been on so far has been such that you have tools in your toolkit, and now it's time to apply them. Okay, it's time to dig around and see what you have at your disposal. Okay. That conflict card isn't easy. It isn't easy. It's never easy. I think some people handle it a lot better. But it's also, it also just sucks sometimes. I mean, two things can be true at once, right? So, yes, the conflict may be productive, but it's hard to deal with. Okay. So, okay. So we're starting with the card for justice. Okay, we have justice. We have the 9 of air, which is the 9 of swords. Okay. And we have the hermit. Okay. So, yeah, we're heading right into it with this 9 of swords. There's been a lot. It's a lot. This is a lot. Just so damn much going on. And it's kept you from your peace. Frankly, it's kept you from your sense of peace and your sense of happiness. It's kept you from feeling like you have control in your situation. And while that still is the case, okay, it's thrown off your sense of balance. It's really thrown off your sense of balance, okay, because you've really had to grapple with things that you've chosen to do, okay, and how you've handled a situation, what you've had to do in order to make it so that you got through certain portions of this in a way that felt right for you. And now that you're at this stage of your journey, okay, you're starting to have to answer for those actions and for those behaviors, okay, and that's kept you, I think that's speaking to our 5 of Wands energy here, okay. It's this internal conflict that is really keeping you from seeing the way forward, from really getting into your depth and manifesting the things you wanted to manifest, okay, which is precisely why you're being asked to have a pause to just breathe, okay, because it's this breathing space that you're allowing yourself that will help you game plan your next steps. It will help you make notes about what you need to do next. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. The other thing that this Hermit card is saying to me is that some of you have really lost your sense of personhood. And I think I said it a little bit ago at the beginning of the stream here, that with all of this chaos, with all of this hustle, with all of this conflict, you've lost sight of you in the process, okay? And that's not easy. It's not fun. It's not it's not easy or fun, but it is, you have the opportunity to rediscover your truth and your essence and your heart. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. Let's see what else we need to see. We are getting into the Antique Anatomy Tarot, so potential content warning. Please recall that I did say that this deck does depict exposed bone and body parts, so please use your discretion from watching here forward. Let's see what we need to see. Okay. All right. What else do we need to see, please? Okay. Haha. Okay. So we're going to start with Temperance. Okay. Here's Temperance. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay. All right. There's a Knight of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And we have the King of Wands. You know, I did say this was a card that may come out, that I couldn't guarantee it. We're going to keep this one out as a significator too. Let me draw another card here. Okay, we have the Two of Swords coming out here as well. Okay, so what's interesting to me is that we have the card that is explicitly about balance. Okay, this is about temperance, moderation, acting calmly, being in a state of balance. Okay, and this is interesting. Okay, it's interesting that we get this right after we get a portion of this with Justice in it. Okay, this conflict has you feeling off balance and strange. Okay, but you still have choices to make. Okay, still have choices to make, and yes, there's a bit of hesitation, which is why you're being asked to remove yourself a little bit. Okay, but ultimately you are being asked to try and take action anyway. Okay, you're being told to do the damn thing, even if there are people nagging at you not to try. Okay, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. It's hard when you feel like you don't know what to do. Okay, and that's exactly what this Two of Swords energy is feeling like here, because you truly don't have all the information right now. Okay, and the way I always describe this card here is that it's showing up when you don't have all the pieces and you're being encouraged to step back so you can bring everything together. Okay, the pieces are coming together. Okay, and you're getting information to help yourself through. Okay, help yourself back into a sense of balance. You put it like that. And once you start collecting your missing information, then it becomes very easy to start slotting everything into place. Okay, that's going to mean that you take the step back. Okay, alrighty, let's see what else we need to see here. Maybe our last deck before we get into our hidden and clarifying energy here. So hopefully, okay. Hopefully we will see what we need to see. We absolutely will need to see what we need to see here. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with our 10 of Swords. Ooh-wee. 10 of Swords. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here's the Tower. Ooh, here's the Tower. And the 6 of Coins. Well, that's interesting here. It's an interesting note to end on because there's been some sudden and disastrous change that has stemmed from you feeling hurt and really backstabbed. Okay, something has really, really hurt you. Okay, and it's happened suddenly, it's happened painfully, and quite frankly, it feels like everything is falling apart. Okay, this is every bit the source of your anxiety, your stress, the source of your conflict, both within you and outside of you. And it has deeply and gravely affected your ability to be present and understanding of what you're trying to achieve. Okay, this is exactly the thing that's clouded your path a little bit. There's muddled your path, and it's directly affected your authority over how you're making things manifest in your space. Okay, and this King of Rods here, King of Wands here. It's affected your it's affected everything, specifically the confidence that you've always had. Okay, but now you're questioning whether you're right for the job, whether you can do the job, whether you're worthy of the abundance that is meant to come to you, right? It's so, these two cards together are painful and they're hard, okay? And right now, okay, especially right now, it's affecting your ability to be generous and open-hearted, okay? Because you've potentially trusted the wrong person. Okay? That's so rough. That is so rough. Okay? And like I said, I'm not going to go there. I'm really not going to go there because I am not feeling necessarily positive energy coming from this Tower card. When you're ready, let me put it to you this way then. When you are ready to see the silver lining, it will become clear. Okay? It will become obvious. The fact of the matter is that, yeah, things have drastically changed. Okay? And it's caused a lot of nervousness, pain, maybe a little bit of separation anxiety. And I say it within the context of you building a comfort zone within this situation. And now it's fallen away. Okay. And it's also deeply affected your balance, your sense of balance. Okay. This is the exact reason why you are being asked to take a step back and kind of move away from the things that you know are comfortable. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you're being asked to game plan your next steps as best as you can within this context here. Because it's going to put you on the right path towards your healing. Okay, and especially towards Yeah, especially towards how you are manifesting your desires in your physical space. Okay. So let's have a water break. Let's process that a little bit. Let's let it move. Okay. Okay. Comforting beverage of choice is a white chocolate mocha. Come on now. It's stuck to my coaster. White chocolate mocha. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Okay. So let's look at our hidden energy here. What else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see? All right. Okay, for the oracle in our hidden energy here, I'm going to read it all together. Let's try that. Okay, we're going to start with the leech, which is saying shift from fear to love. Okay, so here's our leech. Interesting start. Okay, we have the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Okay, there's the full moon in Aries. Okay, we have the blue calcite, which is saying to act on your dreams. Okay, alrighty. And we have Maputla, which represents a new path, guidance, and renewal. Okay. All right. So let me cut this whole thing here in Oracle and Tarot. Basically, what I'm getting from your Oracle reading is that you are genuinely being asked to just do the thing. Do whatever it takes for you to manifest your wildest dreams, okay? Because you've had some really hard stuff happen. Remember our tower, remember the Seven of Wands. All of this internal conflict, all of this external conflict, that's going away. That will go away when you give yourself the chance to process it. Okay? Is any of this easy? No. No, it's not. And I think it would be doing a very big disservice to all of us by saying, oh, but being toxically positive about it. No. That's not what I'm gonna do. Okay. But with all of this conflict going on, it would be easy to say, hey, I'm scared of this. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a choice to make, and chaos goes off in your head. Fair. Totally fair. I can see how someone might get to that point. But this is why we're being asked to process what we're being asked to process. Because we have the chance to take what's scaring us and move away from it, okay? Because it's going away anyway. It will go away anyway. All right? It's just a matter of allowing ourselves to have the pause to figure out what we're going to do next, to game plan ourselves a little bit, to game plan for ourselves a little bit, okay? And to know that we're guided. We're still okay, even if it doesn't feel like it. Okay? All right. There's that. Let's see our tarot. Hidden energy, the tarot here. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. You're okay. Doesn't feel like it, but here you are. You have what it takes to take care of yourself right now. Okay? You have same message, only this is the 10 of Earth. And this is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. Okay? Like I said, you're okay. It's all 10 of Pentacles. All right. No. We have the moon and the sun. All right. So, yeah, in this time, you do still have things to do in order to take care of yourself, even if it is giving yourself some quiet time. I don't know if it's raining in your area, but if it is, hopefully you're safe, and hopefully you can, hopefully you find it soothing and peaceful to listen to. I know that has helped me recently because it's been dumping a lot of water on our heads in my area. Suffice it to say, whatever your care routine is like, you have what it takes to enact that. Okay. And the nice thing is that even if you give a minute to yourself, give many minutes to yourself, you still have plenty to give to others. Okay, when the time is right for you to return to that capacity, you will have plenty to give. Okay, and things are not clear right now. They're a little bit dark, they're a little bit cold, and it's okay to feel afraid. Maybe this is someone literally in the dark. I don't know. I don't know, but if that person is you, I hope this post has been helpful so far for you. Okay. But in terms of a spiritual, I don't even want to say that. In terms of the context of this reading, things are not entirely clear, and you might be feeling like it won't ever be clear. Okay, because there's so much going on. Okay. There's your challenge. There's your time to actually take a pause, take a minute, take a rest, and know that actually things are going to be okay. All right. The sun, the phrase "it's always darkest before the dawn" comes to mind right now. Okay. It will be okay. This is the energy of the hidden cards. Okay, so these cards came directly off the bottom of the decks that I've been using in this reading. And the message is you're okay. The hidden message is you're okay. You're going to be okay. You still have plenty. You have plenty, and you will be fine. Okay. So, you'll be fine if you give yourself a minute to process. Let me put it like that. So that was the hidden energy. Okay. Let's see our clarifying energy. So this is going to clarify the whole thing for us. Okay. All right. So to start, we have the coyote. Okay. This says illuminate your illusions. Okay. Ooh, all right. We have the cardinal moon, which is perfect because it says be bold and make the first move. Okay. So there's our cardinal moon. Okay. We have, I'm going to probably say this wrong, but this is Sugalite, which says stretch the limits of your imagination. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And we have Manara, which represents patience, waiting, and determination. Yeah, immediately I'm saying just do the damn thing. Give yourself a minute to process and just go. Just do the damn thing. Okay? This is confirmation of that card, being bold and making the first move. Okay? This conflict, a lot of this conflict is external from you. Okay? So you've had a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress about what you're trying to achieve and what you're hoping to manifest. Okay? And the fact of the matter is that by waiting, okay, by deliberately restricting yourself in this situation, you not only put up an energetic barrier to what you're trying to achieve, but you're also letting your mind kind of wander. Again, this is the conditioning that you've been told to operate under. Okay, and this is why this pause is so important, because you're going to start to see that I don't have the restrictions that people are telling me I do. Oh, you're not smart enough for this. You're not pretty enough for that. You don't have the vision well enough in tow. And it's like, well, okay, I can learn. I have the ability to learn, or I have the ability to get the supplies I need. I have this, I have that. Remember your 10 of Pentacles. Give me a second here. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Repeating cards. So let's pay attention to that energy. You are abundant enough to imagine and manifest whatever you want. Okay, whatever you want, whatever you need, it's going to come when the time is right for you. Okay, but the illusion of restriction it's still here. Okay, the illusion of restriction is still here, and by waiting for the perfect moment, that might not come. It may come and pass you by. You are being asked to give yourself a chance to rest and to pause. But you also need to know when it's time to get off your laurels and actually move forward. Okay, because you are being asked to be bold and do the thing. Okay. So let's see what else we need to see here. Okay. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords. So again, rest is definitely coming out strong here. So there's our Four of Swords. Okay. I told you we were getting the Queen of Fire. Queen of Wands has made an appearance. Thank you. Thank you, whoever is here with us energetically. Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, that's a perfect balance. All right. And we have the Ace of Coins. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I noticed a couple of things here. Number one, we have cards that suggest balance. Okay, we have a perfect balance of elements here. Okay, because we have water with the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Elixirs here, and we have fire explicitly stated, but because I'm reading this as the Queen of Wands, it's the element of fire that I'm referring to here. So we're kind of nurturing both the softer and more fiery aspects of ourselves right now. And the queens are, I would venture to say, they embody the mother archetype in their various ways. Okay. Right now, you are in a very intense emotional state. Okay. Getting here with the fire and getting to the emotional state because of the Queen of Water here. Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. And this is what we're working to balance here. This is what resting and processing is going to allow for, okay? Because it's feeling out of control. You don't know what to feel. You don't know how to think. You're not sure. You don't know what to think in this situation. But you have the ability of tapping into the intensity of your emotion and letting yourself rest, letting yourself be as peaceful as you can be right now is going to allow a new opportunity for growth to happen. Okay. Yeah, growth will happen if you let yourself process it. Okay. Now, the other thing that I find profoundly interesting here is how connected everything seems to be in this situation right now. You have your mind, okay? You have your mind represented with the sword. So this is how you're thinking, what you're feeling. Like I said, there might be some confusion and mental turmoil. Okay, you have what's on your heart. Okay, this is the things that your thoughts are inspiring and the emotions that they're inspiring. Okay, and that's certainly coming through with our cups here. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is fire element, and because I'm referring it to wands, I did say that. Moving on here, we have the cups. Okay, and we have the physical aspect of all of this here too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say the body here. You have your mind, your heart, your emotions, and your body all represented in this. This is a very visceral situation for you, and you're feeling it. You're feeling it all over. Okay, I'm going to venture a guess that some of you might be experiencing body aches or physical pains of some kind. And I do think this is probably to do with the fact that your body is holding and manifesting your stress. Okay, and this is why you need to stop and take care of yourself. Now, I've said that. Please keep in mind that I'm not a medical professional. I can't safely recommend any remedies, and in fact, I'm not going to, so please don't ask. But yeah, take some time out. Let your body rest. Let your soul rest. Let your mind rest. It's going to. It can only benefit. It can only benefit. Okay. This was very interesting. I like where we went with this. I don't know if everybody likes where we went with this, but it is. I think this was the message we needed to see as a collective right here. I'm gonna continue going because I always have fun doing these lives, and I like connecting with you in this way. So I'm gonna pause a little bit and let everybody rest. Cheers. I hope I hope everybody's okay, because that went a little bit heavier than I thought I was going to go. However, I do think, once again, that this was the message that was intended for everybody to see. So, let's hope it was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the chat. Okay, I will see them. I will moderate them as I see fit, but I am very happy to help if there are any questions, comments, or concerns. Yeah. So, I've been doing good. Just keeping an eye on my socials and working on my blog, which I'm very excited to start rolling out. I have posts ready for March, and I'm starting to work on April and May. Now you might be thinking, Meg, you're doing two. Yes, I am, because I have a lot of work to do for May. The reason why I say that, though, is that I've decided to kind of make sample posts of what you might see on my Patreon page. And I know I should mention it more, but I do have a Patreon page. It is available for your perusal. I do have a lot of free content up already. However, I do have memberships if you guys are interested in having a look at the perks of what you might get. There are 3 levels right now, and I think I'm going to keep it there just because I think it might be confusing if I add more. But like I said, there will be samples of the information you get on the membership ratings and stuff like that. So May content is going to have a combination of regular posts that you will see on my main page, and then some of those posts are going to be samples of what you might see in the various membership tiers. Okay. I'm excited to try that. I never thought to do that because, again, this is paying content, and I do want people to consider supporting those tiers if they can. Of course, like I say in the chat and and anywhere else, the Patreon and the tips and everything else, that's an option. It isn't an obligation. So please, please don't worry if you can't. If you are viewing this even after the fact, it's wonderful, and I'm glad you're here. I hope my readings just generally are helpful and successful for you. Helpful and resonant is what I meant to say. Okay. I try my best, and I do hope that I'm doing some good for everybody. So again, thank you for allowing me into your space in this way. I'm doing my best. I am doing my best. But I'm just gonna start rambling now. So let me get back to the cards. If you haven't been able to tell already, I'm kind of a goofball. Not kind of a goofball. I totally am a goofball. And I like that about myself. So cheers, fellow goofballs. I love you so much. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's just start pulling cards and see what goes. Again, chat is open. Ask me questions if there's something I can help you with. I'm very much down to help. Okay. All right. Let's see how it goes. All right. Ooh, okay. So we're starting with Banalaka, which represents justice, fierceness, and commitment. Okay. I think I'm going to do some one cards here. So for some of you, there is something that you've chosen to very, very passionately commit yourself to, and you are into it. You are committed. You are going to achieve your goal at all costs. This is something. So the tagline for this card says "She who battles." So yeah, you're committed to the cause. Okay, you are very much committed to the cause, and you're willing to put in the time, the effort, the things that it takes for you to really achieve your goals right now. All right. That's important. Okay, we love a determined person, so long as you balance your expectations with the reality of your situation. Okay. All right. So moving on here, we're gonna pull. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pull one card and do a reading for each card. I think that might have just been obvious. Let's get into it though. So the card that I have now is Manatili, which represents power, devotion, and true worth. This is what I'm hearing from this is that it is. This is you representing yourself. It's the best way I can put it. I wanted to be a little more flowery in my language usage here, but the fact of the matter is that you are showing up. You're showing up for yourself. Okay, you understand your values and your worth in your situation. Okay, I think there's been people that have tried to take you up on that, or you've been, yeah, they've been trying to question, well, are you really like that? Are you sure that you are like that? But you know your own power, you know your own self-worth, and you're unshakable in that. Okay. All right. Let's move on here. Okay. We have Mora, which represents hesitation, pondering, delays, and confidence. Okay. So some of you are in a situation where you're kind of wondering what's going to happen. You're kind of wondering if the thing is going to go off the way you anticipate it for. Okay. And right now, I don't know if there's necessarily a way of knowing what's going to happen in your situation. Okay. I'm hearing don't let your confidence be too shaken. Okay, because if the thing you want to achieve doesn't happen, it's not going to be the end of the world, because you're being directed on the right path anyway, even if you can't see the bends and forks in the road. Okay. Okay. Card on the bottom here, we have Desiree, which represents yearning, longing, and pining for. Okay, so some of you are missing somebody. Okay, some of you are in relationships that are either still intact or have broken up. In either case, there's a sense of distance that you're kind of feeling it. you're feeling that distance and you want your person to be with you right now. Okay. That's rough. That's kind of rough because while you know that this distance might be necessary or it might have, this distance might be necessary right now, it still doesn't make it feel any less of a void. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one out. Let's get into our tarot with this one and see how we can help you with that one. Let's do that. Okay. And we have in final for this deck, we have Makita, which represents observation, perception, and the ability to scrutinize. Some of you are Virgos, okay? And I'm saying that because I believe we have entered tomorrow as I'm filming this. It's Friday as I'm filming this. Tomorrow is going to be the full moon in Virgo, I believe. Now, I'm personally related to a Virgo, so and they absolutely embody every bit of the archetype because they are detailed, they are meticulous, they are going to do the work they need to do to make that thing the best damn thing ever. Okay. So this could be some of you who are Virgo, who identify with that astrological sign. But this could be a situation that some of you are in where you are really looking at it. Okay, you're not trying to act the fool. Nobody's going to treat you like a pushover. You're really looking at what's going on and whether you want to continue being present with this or whether you want to leave it behind. Okay. So there's that aspect. The level of perception that you're picking, the level of perception that you have as just a baseline is off the charts, and you see things in a situation that other people either willfully choose to ignore or are not looking for at all. Okay, so again, this is why I'm picking up Virgo energy. That's why I'm picking up Virgo energy, because the details are just pin sharp. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Okay. All right. You know what could be fun? I'm going to pull a card out of each of the decks. We're going to use the Oracle, clarify it by the Tarot. I just did that though. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Let's see what comes up here. All right. Alrighty. Oh. Give me a minute. I will be right back. Hello. Okay. All right. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's see here. All right. So we have the Moonstone. And actually, before I get into it, what I want to point out is that they have the blurbs on the back for each of these stones. So if you were wondering how I'm getting to that information, it's written on the back of the card. I think what I'm going to do, if you want to pause and zoom in on this, perhaps you can read the whole thing for yourself. But I'm reading the very bottom line, just for expediency's sake here. So, Moonstone, what have we got here? The this is calling for us to find a natural rhythm. Okay, and I think that is going to be very important for some of you. I think there has been an instance where okay, I'm not guaranteeing that any of these cards are going to come out, but I'm feeling like either the Six of Swords or, more importantly, the Eight of Wands is going to make an appearance here, because there's been a lot coming at you, and I think it's been a matter of you trying to discover what it's going to mean if you slow down and work to find a rhythm that works best for you. Okay, that could take a while. That could take you an hour, whatever it looks like for you. But you are being called to tap into your energy and figure out how to channel it safely. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we have magnesite, which is representing the need to get your mind right. Okay, so what's interesting, not that I necessarily want to tie these cards together, but let's do that anyway, because there's been so much going on. Again, I'm picking up Eight of Wands energy here. Because there's been so much going on, it's probably led you to feel unbalanced, a little bit hemmed in, scared, unsure, fair, completely and totally fair. But, it's a matter of pause, a matter of putting a boundary up for a little bit and saying, I got to figure this out and I can't be bothered right now. That's up to you. Okay, that's up to you how you want to handle that if that is your situation. Okay. Okay, let's see another card here. Okay, you have orange calcite. Okay. Orange calcite says for us to unlock creativity, unlock your creativity. Yeah. All right. This is the perfect time. To me, this kind of looks a bit like a burning coal or burning wood. Okay. It has that color of fire. So this is interesting that there's a lot of energy here. A lot of, again, because this is representing creativity. So this is the prime time for you to, it's the prime time for you to say, hell yeah, it's my time. I'm going to put my energy and my inspiration into this, and I'm going to make this the best dang thing I ever do in my life, even if there's another creative project to come forward. Okay. Yeah. Orange calcite. Some of you have a lot of creativity coming forward, and I really hope that you enjoy what you're trying to do, and yeah, just enjoy yourself right now. Enjoy the creative process. Okay. Ooh, okay. Now, for some of you, okay, because we're getting a sapphire, which says find your tranquil place. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be, if not outright taking a pause, at least have a space for yourself to rest and be peaceful. If you have to physically retreat to that spot to reset yourself during the day, that might be beneficial. But for others of you, this could be getting out of the house, this could be going to the park, this could be doing any number of things that you feel compelled to do. You feel compelled to do in order to find the things that give you peace. Okay, give you tranquil. Yeah, give you peace, make you feel tranquil, allow you to do what is meant for you to do. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now we're going to look at the emerald. Okay. Which it says to point your heart towards grace. Okay. So some of you are experiencing a situation that hasn't been easy. I don't think this is necessarily an easy space that you're coming from. Okay. Stop being so self-deprecating. Some of you are really emotionally flagellating yourself, and it's time to stop that. Okay, it's time to give yourself a little bit of grace and space to process what you're feeling. Okay, and to give yourself the chance to just be graceful to yourself. Okay, you are human. Okay, you are not perfect, and that is okay. I'm not perfect. I don't give perfect readings. If I did, I would be at ChatGPT, and I'm not ChatGPT. Okay, again, human, flesh and blood. I'm here. I'm giving this live stream right now. Okay, and I'm really happy to be giving this reading. I love doing lives, like I said. Okay, yeah, stop beating yourself up. Some of you are doing that to yourselves, and you don't need to. Okay, you really don't need to. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, all right, what else do we need to see here? Okay, all right, this is a new moon in Aries. So there is it says it's time to take action. Yes, time to go, time to do the thing, time to be do the thing. It's time to be bold and take action on the things you need to take action on. Okay, because you're ready. You're ready to. If you don't think you're ready, yes, you are. Yes, you definitely are. Okay. So, new moon in Aries. Very cool. All right. What else here? Okay. So you have the super moon. Some of you are experiencing a lot of emotion. Okay. I'm not sure we're actually I'm not sure we're actually experiencing a super moon right now, although I need to look it up because I know there is a full moon tomorrow. But for some of you, this is a heavily charged time right now. There's a lot of emotion going on in your space for whatever reason, okay? And pay attention, okay? Pay attention to how you're reacting, how you're channeling your feelings right now, because this is hard. This is weird. This isn't easy, and you're going through it. Frankly, you're going through it, okay? But again, pay attention to what's on your heart right now. All right. So There's the supermoon. Okay. All right. Okay. And we have the new moon in Aquarius, which is asking us to bring love into the situation. Okay. You're in a situation where it's been a little iffy. I think this could be between you and some other person. This could be between you and some other person. I don't know. Take that as you resonate with it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Maybe this is you experiencing some sense of some internal conflict over something here, and going back to another card, you're kind of being overly hard on yourself when you don't need to be, and that's why showing yourself a little bit of love and understanding is probably going to help you do a little bit better with this. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Some of you are being asked to transition away from your comfort zone here. And I'm getting this because we have the North Node, which says it a lot better than me, in that you need to step out of your comfort zone. Okay. So some of you have gone through some big important changes. And now things don't look or feel quite right anymore, which might be uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. But it would be easy to see how that could be problematic for you. And automatically, I'm getting that some of you are Tauruses or other signs that are slightly or more extremely resistant to change. I'm a Taurus. I don't like change. I will raise my hand to that. I'm lumping myself into this group because it ain't happening easily for me. All right. But yeah, the North Node, get out of your comfort zone. Embrace the change, because you know what? There's some good things on the horizon. Okay. I feel confident in saying that, but again, you know your situation better than me, so take that as you resonate. Okay. Now what do we have here? The full moon eclipse, which suggests that conclusions are within reach. Okay. So there's some of you that are putting the situation to rest. Okay, it's getting over with. It's done. It's finished. It doesn't have to be as monumental or uncomfortable as whatever the situation is. It doesn't have to be as monumental or as uncomfortable as it feels. Okay. It's over. There's a conclusion that you're working towards, and it's going to come a lot faster than you're anticipating. Okay. So yeah, conclusions are within reach. Okay. All right. Gonna read cards out of one more oracle. Okay, and then I'd like to look a little bit deeper into this card here. Again, some of you, this feels like this could be a relationship issue coming forward. And while I don't claim to be a relationship expert, I do want to help those of you that are experiencing this yearning and longing. So that's going to come in a minute. Let's see how the rest of this goes. So Desiree's coming up. For the final oracle, though, let's see what else we need to see here. Okay, so we're going to start with the praying mantis for this one, which is calling us to engage in prayer and surrender. Okay, for some of you, there needs to be a step back in terms of what you are. You're doing too much and it's time to rest. Okay, I think that message is coming back through. That's interesting. It's interesting because for some of you, maybe you're more spiritual than religious, and I absolutely don't want to turn it into a religious rant here because that's not what I'm here for. So if you do pray and you find that helpful, maybe that is your fallback when things get weird and testy. Okay, but this sense of prayer, the sense of surrender is coming from a situation that you've concluded and are now in need of letting go. Okay, it's weird. Yeah, it's been weird and uncomfortable, and it's over. Okay, and now that it's over, let it go. Turn to your form of spiritual release, and that is going to be what helps you get through the next couple of steps here. Okay, so there's the praying mantis. Okay, all right, we have the crow, which asks us to trust in transformation. Okay, so yeah, some of you are making changes, big, small, whatever happens. Whatever happens, changes are being made. Okay, and is it easy? No. Some of it's easier than others. Again, we're looking at being possibly resistant to change. Don't need to say anything. I've already said it here. But yeah, changes are happening, and I think it might be beneficial to remember that whatever is happening, it isn't to you, it's for you. Okay? It isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Okay, so there is your crow. Also, you know what? Crows, I think both crows and ravens are super smart for their species. So don't forget that you have a very fierce intelligence about you as well. Okay, and that coupled with observation and your intuition you're on the right track. Don't forget that you're on the right track. Okay. All right. Okay, you have the horse. Okay, we're getting the horse coming out here, which is, it's asking us to embrace new adventure. If you are familiar with the tarot, if you know how to read tarot, or if you've seen a public deck of cards, and by that I mean that someone has taken out the cards and showing it to people, there is a card in the tarot that is named the Fool. That is the epitome of a new start. Okay, that is the epitome of a new adventure. It is, it's a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, certainly going forward here. And for some of you who are resonating with this horse card, that is exactly what you are being called to do. Or if you've already known you've needed a new adventure, it's now the perfect time to go pursue that. Okay. So what else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see here? Okay. Oh, we have the zebra, which is asking us to break free of the box. Oh, my friend. Okay. You know what I'm immediately seeing out of this? I'm immediately seeing something like a fingerprint. Okay, and everybody's fingerprint is unique from everybody else's. So this is embracing your personhood to its fullest. Okay, break free of the box. Don't be a normie. I said it. I said it. Don't. Why would you want to be like everybody else? You're not like everybody else. Your stripes are unique. Your colors are unique, and um, to not express that would be kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame. Now, um, I'm saying that like it's easy. Sometimes it can possibly be dangerous. Other times, you might not have a firm grip on that identity, and that's okay. I think that is, I know it's hard, okay, but everybody's journey is different, and you'll get to, hopefully, you'll get to where you need to be in order to understand yourself. Okay. You're here, we're here. There are people who love you and care about you. You have a support system, whether you believe it's physical or spiritual. Yeah. Don't let your colors dim. Okay, and it's always okay to break down that box because you probably don't fit comfortably in it anyway. Okay. All right. And finally, we have the skunk. Okay. So some of you are being asked to set a boundary within your energetic space. Okay, and this isn't selfish. This isn't mean-spirited or rude. It is. It's necessary. Okay, I think some of you are very, very. You're energetically sensitive. Some of you are energetically sensitive. Some of you are deeply empathetic to the point that you feel, and maybe you're not necessarily sure whether those emotions belong to you, whether you're feeling your emotions or you're picking up on somebody else's. But suffice it to say, you're the type of person that needs to have the boundary between you and your energy so that you don't deplete so fast, and so you don't feel as out of place in the world as you've been made to feel in the past. Okay, well, again, I hope that is making sense. I'm gonna call it quits after we go through this card real quick. Again, you'll know when I'm calling it quits. So, like I said, we're going to clarify this Desiree card because I do want to go a little bit deeper into it. But again, questions in chat. Let me know if you found this reading helpful. We'll definitely be doing other live streams. So if you missed this one, you'll get another chance to see it, especially because I saved my live's playback. But also, there'll be other new readings like this coming in the future. So stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. All right. Okay, so Desiree, This represents yearning, longing, and pining for. And I recall that I brought up the idea of some of you being in a relationship that has seen a separation or there's a gap. Maybe you're in long distance relationships with somebody. Some of you are in that situation, which is so hard. I don't know if I could do that. I've only, believe it or not, I've only ever had one boyfriend in my life, and actually, now that I think about it, we did kind of do the long distance relationship thing, because he had some specialized schooling that he was doing at the time, and that required him to be on a campus, be in a campus dorm. Okay, so that was interesting. It lasted for a couple of months, but after that, after that, it was definitely unique. So, but anyway, how do we address this here? Okay, how do we address Desiree here? Okay, keep shuffling. Okay. All right. Alrighty. To address this yearning, this longing, this pining for potential long distance relationship, or maybe a broken up relationship here, we're going to start. Okay, we're going to start with the Two of Wands. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. We have temptation. In this case, this is the devil. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a heart motif on this. Okay. All right. So I do think this is possible lust. Okay. I'm going to leave it there because this is, I don't know who is watching, but this is meant for adults over 18. Okay. There's the devil, temptation. We have the sun. Okay. We have the sun. And we have the magician. Okay. I do think that I don't think that this relationship has necessarily broken up. I don't think it was dissolved, or, there is a degree of separation here because this longing, this yearning, and I really don't. However, I think there is a temptation to get used to the idea that it isn't going to work. Okay. Because of the separation, but because this temptation card, this devil card, is saying you're stuck with the separation. It's never going to work because you don't see this person, they don't see you. There's no way of telling whether they're faithful. It's the spiral. It's the spiral that can lead you down a really unhealthy mindset. Okay. However, I think in spite of, you know what, I'm gonna call it, this is definitely someone in a long distance relationship. So if this is you, I hope this is helping. In spite of the separation, in spite of one or the both of you being away from each other, like feels like you're on opposite ends of the country, and I'm based in the United States. So even though there's a wide divide between you and your partner, okay, you still have, there is a glimmer of hope, okay, and there is a chance that you can make this work. Okay, I don't want to diagnose any issues in your relationship. I don't have that qualification, and I'm certainly not telling you to stay in an abusive situation. Okay, because potentially the sun card is bringing light to that. Okay, and you really do need to pay attention if you are seeing red flags in a relationship. Okay. But the likelihood that you can make it work is a very real possibility. Okay. It does take strength, and it does take fortitude. It takes strength and it takes fortitude not to give in to the temptation to give up on it. However, you know your situation in this case far better than I ever could. And again, I've only ever had one romantic entanglement in my life, and it was great. It was fun, but it wasn't meant to last, and I'm okay with that. I hope my former partner is okay with that. But in either way, your relationship is your own, and in either case, you deserve to be as happy as you can be. Okay. I do see someone has tuned in. So if there are any other questions, comments, or concerns, I'm happy to address them in the chat if you feel safe to chat. Otherwise, the comments are definitely open if you would like to leave them there. I have included all of my social media in the description for this live if you want to get a hold of me on my commissions page or on my other social media. And I hope that this live has been fun and that it has been helpful. I'm slowing down. I'm sure you can already tell, but I'm definitely slowing down. So I'm gonna give the chat a little bit. I'm gonna give the chat a little bit of time to perk up if there's anybody who wants to come in on it. Otherwise I'm gonna call it for tonight. Okay. All right. So, you know what? I don't actually do a lot of life blogging anymore. Originally, my channel was kind of a weekly updates blog. And I was doing it like that during college because I really did not have the time to be doing much else. But I kind of found that just talking my way through a bunch of things was very helpful to me in terms of getting it out of my head and doing what I needed to do in that regard. But I haven't done that in a couple of years, and I'm thinking about reviving it. And you know what? I'm going to do it right now because I've had a good day. I wanted to get out of the house a little bit and work on the content that I have coming out in April. And I did manage to do that. I got it started. I don't know that I did the amount of stuff that I was hoping for. But, it wasn't the day to be rigidly adhering to a to-do list, because I've been finding that actually is spiking my anxiety a little bit, which is not fun. But I did get it started, so I worked out of the house, and then there is a local museum that has free admission that I wanted to go and check out, and there's some really cool stuff going on at that library. So gallery, some interesting stuff happening at the library where I worked. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward to sharing April and May content. Um, April's just going to be the general readings all the way through, although I am using a new Oracle deck that I got for that, and it's really pretty. I can't wait to. I was going to use it tonight, and then I thought, nah, maybe not. I'll let it debut in April. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, this weekend's going to be chill. I'm doing a bunch of scheduling tomorrow and then focusing on stuff around the house. So, yeah, that's my weekend. So, and I'm so boring. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits for now. Thank you to those of you that tuned in. Again, I will always express this, but thank you so much for allowing me into your space in this way. I hope I've helped you. I hope my readings were resonant with you. Stay tuned for more. I have videos coming to you in the coming days. Yeah, in the coming days. Look forward to it. They'll be on the main channel. But until the next stream, guys, thank you for tuning in. Be safe, be peace, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, everybody.